Calorie deficit and hungry. Oh man, aren't we all? Aren't we all? I'm even hungry when I'm in a calorie surplus. So this is a struggle that I've actually personally been through though. On a calorie deficit, past 3 to 4 months since July, around 200 to 300 now. It's almost winter here and I've lost 4 to 5 kilograms. So 4 to 5, so it'd be what, roughly times 2.28 to, we'll just say 8 to 12 pounds roughly. Same deficit. I feel hungry. Why is this happening? What should I do? I still want to lose 6 to 7 kilograms slowly. The same amount of deficit, but not able to follow my calorie. Okay, so I don't know exactly what they're saying, but basically they're starting to get a lot hungrier. They're a little bit into this cut. They still want to lose a little bit more weight. How can you manage hunger? All right. One of the biggest things that you can do to manage your hunger better is really look at the types of food you're eating. And this is like a duh thing, Logan. Okay, yeah, I know I need to eat healthy, but there's specific foods that are really, really high in calorie density and low in satiety that will make you feel much hungrier and also like you didn't eat a whole lot of foods. For example, a lot of the fried foods, a lot of the foods that are high in fats and sugar. I think of like donuts and candy bars and those types of things. Or even just oils, for example. They're very high in calories and low in satiety, or basically the ability to keep you full. So you need to start eating the reverse of those high volume foods that are high in satiety and very low in caloric density. So this is where you'll be steering towards maybe a lower carb option, not completely low carb, but lower carbs for some of your meals. So a prime example of this would be, instead of eating, maybe you have a sandwich for lunch that has bread, it has turkey, it has cheese, it has lettuce, and it has veggies, and maybe you have some chips on the side. And we'll say an apple too. That's like a pretty standard, like fairly healthy lunch. So instead of the bread, you might only eat one piece of bread and do a fold-over sandwich, or you might eat a lettuce wrap, or you might just have a lower carb bread that has less calories and carbs. The chips, you might need to cut that serving in half. You might need to eat something like pop chips. You might eat something like popcorn. The apple is probably good, but if you really needed to and you're trying to lose weight, you might even need to eat a slightly lower calorie source of fruit too, like blueberries, blackberries. Those things are a lot, watermelon, a lot lower calories. All of those things are still very high in nutrients, but they're low in caloric density and they're very high in satiety. So that meal is going to be less calories, but is also going to make you feel likely more full than when you ate that normal food, for example. This is what I would recommend. But also too, look at the type of exercise you're doing. If you are only going to the gym and just running on the treadmill for 30 plus minutes, every day, that makes people feel very, very hungry. That specific type of exercise makes people really, really hungry. And this is what a lot of people do when they're trying to lose weight, is they just do that. So I would highly recommend implementing some weight training into your routine, and also some really high intensity exercise. High intensity exercise has a great effect on reducing your hunger level through releasing a certain hormone, which basically helps to kind of suppress your hunger. One last quick tip, caffeine. I wouldn't overdo this, but caffeine blunts your hunger signal. So I knew somebody in high school that they got really lean really fast, and somebody told me they were eating like 500 calories a day and were just drinking caffeine and energy drinks. That's not bad. Your heart's going to explode. Please don't do that. However, you can use caffeine sparingly when you're getting hungry and like maybe I just had a meal and this is kind of my body just wanting a little something. Maybe have like a cup of coffee or even like a low sugar energy drink just to kind of help you with the craving. Those are nice too because they're usually sweet. Boom, good to go.